Hello everyone, welcome back to this channel with me Argham Maiti, nutritionist, fitness trainer and a life coach. And today I have come with another topic, and there I am going to discuss with you about digestion. It means how food can help you to improve your digestion and help to produce stomach acid. So keep watching this video till the end and don't go away. And before this, do subscribe my channel and also click the bell icon next to it so you will get the notification of my upcoming videos. So now today I am going to talk about that how food can help you to improve your digestion, as well as how it helps to produce stomach acid, so then our digestion will get a good boost and improve properly. Okay, so before coming to the topic, here in this video I have divided this topic in two parts, so then I can explain these things very properly to you, and this will be very much useful for you to understand the things. So in first part I am going to talk about those are the respective foods that is helpful to improve your digestion, as well as to helpful to produce your stomach acid. Okay, so and in the second part I'll give you the suggestion that how these are the respective foods that you need to add in your daily diet so you can get the best benefit out from there. Okay, so here in the first part I am going to talk about those are the respective foods that is very much helpful for you to improve your digestion, and also which is helps to produce that stomach acid. Okay, so before coming to those respective foods, you have to understand that stomach acid is very much useful things that take plays a very vital role in our digestive system. Okay, when food goes into our stomach, then stomach acid and start digesting and break down those respective foods. Okay, so here stomach acid, if it's low or it's high, then it plays some imbalances, and therefore we cannot get our digestion properly. Okay, so our stomach acid needs to produce at its need and requirement, so then our food can digest properly. Okay, so now you have to know how does stomach acid produce. Okay, so there are several ways. Okay, these are all interconnected. So but in all of this, four things is playing a very vital role, and these are the four things are vitamin B12, iron, zinc and water. So today I am going to talk about that how you can get all these four things in your diet, and basically this three out of water, these three things, that is vitamin B12, iron and zinc, because water, that is very much foundational thing and all used to take water. So here I am going to talk about those respective foods. From there you can get those respective vitamins and minerals. Okay, so first of all, before get into those foods, vitamin B12, what it does. Vitamin B12, all we know that it helps for immunity, it helps for DNA synthesis, also red blood cell formation, also decrease the incidence of heart. Okay, at the same time, iron, what it does, iron also plays a vital role in immunity, as well as iron mainly plays very important role to circulate oxygen throughout our body. So, and also 2 to 4 gram 2 to 4 gram of iron is required for our human body in everyday basis. Okay, so in adults I am talking about. At the same time, what zinc does, so zinc also, zinc is very much vital to produce enzymes, because it helps, I mean, takes a very vital, plays a very vital role uh, to produce more than 200 types of enzymes for our body. Okay, also it plays a very vital role in immunity as well. So out of all of these and their activities of these vitamins and minerals, they are also playing a very important role to produce stomach acid. Okay, and here, to produce stomach acid, water plays the foundational role. So water is the main component. Okay, is the foundational component actually. So there you have to make sure at first that you are taking uh, that required amount of water per day. Along with, you have to add those respective vitamins and minerals in your daily diet. Okay, by taking those respective foods I am going to talk about now. So how you can get vitamin B12? Okay, in which foods we can get vitamin B12? So vitamin B12 you can get from meat, eggs, fish and dairy products, etc. Okay, now iron and zinc, from where, which food rich in irons? Okay, so iron you can get good amount of from pomegranates. Okay, then you can get dates, you can get from almonds, cashews. Okay, also you can get from spinach, uh, yeah, green peas. Okay, and also many more are there, and broccoli, tomato. Okay, so etc. So these are all containing with a good amount of iron. Okay, and so this is the iron part. Now you have to know how you can get zinc in your daily diet, by taking which respective foods. So to get the zinc, you should take pomegranate, banana, nuts, any kind of like almonds, cashews. Okay, and also you can take a strawberry, blackberry, raspberries. Okay, avocado. Okay, and also in vegetables you can get spinach, green peas. Uh, also uh, you can get in from mushrooms. Also mushrooms is a good amount of iron, containing with a good amount of iron as well. Okay, so zinc and iron both are present in mushroom. So, and also zinc, you can get a good amount of zinc from whole grains, rice, cereals. Rice, it means brown rice. Okay, not refined one, that brown rice. Okay, so brown rice and cereals. Okay, any type of whole grain cereals or multigrain cereals, you can get a good amount of zinc. So these are the foods containing with zinc, and a good source of zinc and good source of irons. Okay, and already I have mentioned you that how you can get vitamin B12 from which respective foods. Okay, so now in the second part I am going to talk about how you have to add these respective foods in your daily diet. So here, firstly, I would like to suggest you that there are couple of foods you have seen, those are pretty similar, where you can get good amount of iron and good amount of zinc as well. Okay, so in this context, if I tell you, those of the respective foods are like spinach, green peas. Okay, mushroom. Okay, and also from fruits, pomegranates. Okay, then nuts, that mainly almonds and cashews. these are the foods actually containing with a good amount of iron and zinc. So when you are going to add these are the foods in your diet, so try to add those foods which containing with iron and zinc both. Okay, so then you don't need to take extra amount of food, okay, in your diet and make you heavy. So when you are going to choose your food, you have to choose like this, that food containing with iron and zinc both, I should add those things first. Okay, now at the same time, if these are the foods is not fit for you, it is not well enough for you to digest, or having some issues, allergies or something like that, so then you can alter this food with another one. Okay, also here a very important thing that you need to know, that iron needs vitamin C to be absorbed. So if you are adding uh, foods rich in iron in your diet to get iron from there, so definitely if you don't intake a sufficient amount of vitamin C, so your iron absorption will be impaired. Okay, so therefore you make sure, adding this iron rich food in your diet, you are also taking a good amount of vitamin C. Okay, you are adding in your diet. So there, what is the vitamin, which are the source of vitamin C? Here, from along with iron, you can get vitamin C from broccoli and tomato, that I have just mentioned in iron food. Okay, so there, from tomato and broccoli, these are the things, I mean these are the foods which is containing with vitamin C as well as iron as well. So if you add this to food in your diet, so you can get vitamin C. Okay, also if you are having any issue, you can't add for that time, so you go with other respective vitamin C rich food. These are broccoli, amla, cabbage, cauliflower, lime, lemon, orange, grape, okay, etc. So you can add any of this in your diet, in your regular diet, or alter. Okay, so then you can your vitamin C intake will be proper, and also this will help you to absorb your iron, okay, that you are adding in your diet for to produce stomach acid properly. Okay, okay, this is the first suggestion that I would like to tell you. Now second suggestion is that vitamin B12. Vitamin B12 foods that I have already given there, that is meat, dairy, fish, eggs, etc. Mainly it's containing a good amount of in these four foods, that is meat, eggs, dairy, and also fish. Okay, so here you have to understand that meat we can take, okay, but at the same time you should try to avoid red meat, those having a good, I mean having some others, so then it can lead to you some others health issues if you go with that meat. Okay, red meat containing with a good amount of fat, and also cholesterol level is there. So you have to understand that if you don't add those red meats in your daily diet, or even if you add occasionally, so it's very good for you. And out of that red meat you can add chicken, poultry. Okay, so these are the things, that these are the meats that you can add. Okay, and also when it's containing with a good amount of I mean vitamin B12 in eggs, So there, when you are taking eggs, you must keep it one thing in your mind, that if you need to take couple of eggs, okay, for in your diet, if you are doing any exercises, or you need to take more proteins, you need to add more proteins in your diet, and therefore you have choose that you have to add couple of eggs in your diet. So there, you make sure you are not going to take more than two, in an average, more than two egg yolks in a day, okay, if it's not specifically required for you. In an average, I'm talking about that you should avoid egg yolks, which is containing with good amount of fats. Cholesterol also is present there, okay. So these are the points you have to be aware of. So in second point, what I wanted to say is, you have to add these respective vitamin B12 foods in your diet, okay. But you have to be aware from 2 points. When you are using meat, try to avoid red meat, because it has other health issues if we are taking it continuously. At the same time, if we are taking continuously egg yolks, that time also it may lead any health issues in future. So you have to measure it, you have to maintain it, and try to avoid as much as possible. You can add, but you can add intermittently, okay. So these are the two suggestions that this will be very much helpful for you, and also help you to add these are the respective foods in your diet. So on this note, I can only tell you, digestion is a big part. Today I have mentioned to you only those are the respective foods that will help to produce your stomach acid, okay. So hope this will help you out. At the same time, whereas digestion is a big part, so therefore I'll be continue this kind of video, okay. And so keep watching my next video also, where I'll discuss about water and how water plays a very vital role in digestion. So after watching this couple of videos, you will get to know in whole that how digestion plays, and you will be I mean good fit to fix your digestion by maintaining such lifestyle, or adding those respective foods in your diet, and also adding water properly on proper time and amount of, and the way of we should intake. So then you can understand, you can improve your digestion and sort out if you have any such digestive issues. So that's all for now. Hope I made myself clear to you, and if you have anything to know more from me, comment in below and share this video with your friends and families, so then they can reach to me. So all that I wanted to say, and till the next one, stand in fear with confidence, and keep watching my next video about water. Thank you.